Hi, folks. It's me, Christiana Gaudet. I am live on my Facebook business page with an evening edition of our Tarot Topics newsletter recap. If you happen to be watching in archive, either on Facebook or YouTube, thank you for being here. People are starting to come into the room now for our live session here. It's nice to see you. Thanks for seeing me all around the clock. I just kind of get it in when I can, since I'm busy all day with readings. So nice to see all of you. Let me say hi to a few people here. Teresa, Talisha, Pamela, Nilsa, Dina, Anna, Karen, Carol. So happy to see all of you. I hope you're doing well. Did you get the newsletter this week? Did you have a chance to read it? The Tarot Topics weekly newsletter comes out every week on Wednesday. If you haven't had a chance to read it, you can find it here on my Facebook page or also archived on my website, christianagaudet.com. So, what's the topic? The topic today was how much should you tolerate? You know, it is good to be tolerant. It is good to be patient, but there comes a time, right? There comes a time when you need to speak up, when you need to make a change. And I think that's often a question. It can be a question in our jobs, in our relationships, in many aspects of our lives. How much do you tolerate before you walk away? How much do you tolerate before you speak up? When should you be patient? When should you be forgiving? Well, I guess you should always be forgiving. But sometimes you can be forgiving from afar, right? And so I don't have a lot of time here today, but those are the readings that I want to do. So here's what I need from you. Do you have a situation in your life? It can be a friendship, it can be a relationship, it can be a job situation, something where the question is, where, do I draw a line and how do I draw a line? So lay it out for me. Don't just ask me for a card tonight. Lay it out for me. What's the situation? And we're going to look at, should you be patient? Should you say something? Should you do something? And if so, what should you say or do? And that's the question. So if you have such a question, let me know. And let's take a look. Meanwhile, let me say hi. Michael, yes, you are absolutely right. And there was a picture of Michael in the newsletter. I hope you saw that. And that is the question. Yes, absolutely. Now, okay, so this is perfect. Karen, so nice to see you. Where do I draw the line with storing my kids' stuff? Yeah, man, I do understand that one. Okay, so the answer is, for right now, you are best to be generous and continue to store it. I would not give it a lot more time, 6 months to 2 years, somewhere in there. But for right now, be patient. Okay. Pamela, does the situation have to be with others or can it be with yourself? Either or. Lay it out for me. We'll see what comes up. Joanne, hi, I'm at the point of walking away from a romance. It's mind-blowing and I'm not sure what to do. Okay, very good. It's hard. You may end up having to walk away here, but I think you should try one more conversation. You got nothing to lose. So have a very honest conversation and see what happens. Okay, Nilsa, where do I draw the line with my son's behavior? You have to look at what your comfort level is, Nilsa. If it's making you really upset and really anxious, then you have a right to ask for it to be different. When he's living on his own and doing his own thing, he can do whatever he wants. But if it's creating discomfort for you, you have a right to draw the line. And I really appreciate your feedback. I probably won't read it aloud in the interest of time, but thank you so much for the feedback. Oh, Dina, thank you, thank you, thank you. How do we tolerate those who don't believe in reality and science? Oh my gosh. And there's so much of that right now. So much stupid conspiracy theory stuff that I believe is really dangerous. I mean, we used to look at it and just say, oh, isn't that cute? They think the earth is flat. But now it starts to be dangerous. So let's go to the cards. How do we tolerate that? The Tower. On some level, we can't tolerate it because it's dishonest. We have to call it out. We have to. Okay, Laura. Where do I draw the line with a romantic interest who is in and out with communication with me? The Queen of Wands, if he's... I think you're going to have to ask him, are you in or are you out? I think you can give it a little more time. I'm pulling a bunch of cards here. I think you can give it a little more time, but overall, you're going to have to say, are you in or are you out? Because I don't want to do this halfway thing. Okay, what does Michael say? I think it can be with yourself. What behavior do you tolerate of yourself? Yeah, I did mention that in the newsletter too, that you probably shouldn't. Right. Can I really tolerate eating that? Should I be mad at myself if I do? Yeah, absolutely. Okay, M.A. Lemons. I would like to know if I should be patient about the person in my life who is putting me off right now. I think you need to be loving and tolerant right now. Maybe not forever, but for now. Martha. How much should I tolerate from the church people fixating on being in and using their building, though there are a few of them, once we can be back in our buildings? Oh, that's a hard one. That is a really, really hard one, Martha. I think what you have to do is look to others. This should not just be your call. This should not just be your call. And can someone message Michael and tell him he should back out and come back in again? Thank you. This should not just be your call. You should talk to your district superintendent. You should talk to some lay leaders, come up with consensus. Have it not just come from you. Okay, Ana Luisa. I take care of my mom who is depressive and she's a bit over demanding. Where should I draw the line? Oh, you need to have boundaries here. She needs you more than you need her, and you can only do so much. The more you do, the more she's gonna want you to do. You have to draw the line. Okay, Teresa, tolerance in my marriage. Pick and choose your battles. There is love here, but there's a bunch of other stuff going on here too. Look at the things that are unhealthy, and that's where you want to put your energy to try to not tolerate. Susanna, where do I draw the line with my mother? I think you have to be compassionate with her and recognize. Hi, Michael. Glad you're back and can see me now. Glad you're here. Susanna, I think you have to recognize that your mom, she's got some issues. You have to deal with her the way you would deal with a very sick person or a small child. Okay? You're the one with the power here. You have to manage it. Okay, very good. And TK, what you're tolerating regarding your situation? Honestly, as long as possible. Give it as long as you possibly can. Hey, Alicia, thanks for being here. Chanel. I'm not doing general readings today. Okay, so tomorrow we'll do the Friday weekly wrap-up, and on Saturday, we do specific questions for the Saturday Psychic Sampler. Marianne, how much more should I tolerate about the barking dog in my building? It's barking day and night. I would say give it another couple of days And if it doesn't stop, then you're going to have to say something. Okay, very good. Very good. Okay, and again, I'm only asking questions about the topic that we're doing. That's what we do on Thursdays. We do questions about my newsletter topic. So the other questions I'm just going to blow right by. But if you come back and see me when I'm live on Saturday, we can do those. Okay, Michael, how long do I tolerate the current job before I move on? I'm staying open to opportunities. Michael, you're going to have to tolerate it for as long as it takes. And I'm afraid it's going to get worse before it gets better, so keep looking for those new opportunities. Okay, very good. Okay, Gary, this is about needing to be tolerant to gain more patience. So you already know that you need the patience in this particular move, Gary. The question is, how do you do it? And the answer is one foot in front of the other, one step at a time. You are doing the right thing. Okay, I love some of your comments here. Again, in the interest of time, I'm not reading them aloud, but I love them. Love them. Yeah, no, Marion, your sleep is really very important. Okay. I want to thank you all so much for being here. If you have not read the newsletter, please do. And if you haven't subscribed, all you have to do is go to my website, christianagaudet.com, and subscribe to the newsletter. Now, for my tarotist friends who are here, I want to remind you, I am doing a free class this Sunday, July 5th at 10:30 a.m. Eastern Time. And it's an hour-long free class on my YouTube channel, Tarot Reversals. So please join me there. My YouTube is Christiana Gaudet. Please hit subscribe while you're there, and make sure you like this video, make sure you share this video, and make sure that you hit like here on my Facebook page if you haven't already. I'll look forward to seeing you in the class on Sunday. Tomorrow I'll be back with the Friday weekly wrap-up. And then, of course, I'll be back on Saturday with your Saturday Psychic Sampler. And remember, I am available for private readings by phone, Skype, FaceTime, Messenger, or Zoom. Reach out anytime. Thank you all so very much.